Alright, Hosses, now that we know the basics of how to use Intruder and what it is, what I want to do now is go back and cover all of the settings that I quickly glanced over in that quick little demo, because we want to learn how to tune this tool for the best performance and behavior. Got to get the most power out of it. So hop over to your Positions tab. Again, the Target tab, there isn't much in here. It's all self-explanatory. Now in the Positions section, the first thing that you may be wondering is, alright, it's asking me for an attack type. What the heck is the difference between sniper, battering ram, pitchfork, and cluster bomb? Now, in the example I showed you in the last video, I used sniper, and that's the easiest one to understand. Basically, as you saw, you have a list, let's just say a list of passwords, and you have one injection point, so it's going to go through that list and plug in each item one by one and see what breaks. So each payload item is placed in a position one time. Now, battering ram, let me say that we wanted to attack the login and also the password, so we wanted to attack this field and the password field, not just one. So what we could do is we could have two of these selected and also select battering ram. Now what this would do is it would go through your list, and let me change this to something that's easier to explain. So say that we wanted to throw in a list of all the letters, lowercase letters A, B, C, and D. So what it's going to do is each time it sends a request to the user, it's going to use a new item from that list. In other words, it's going to AA, send, BB, send. In other words, it goes through a single list and places each payload into all of the injection points each time. Now that's different than pitchfork, because pitchfork, what this does is it uses a different list for each injection point. So for example, for the login data, it's a separate list than the passwords. So you can actually have, I don't know, your login for, I'll say this. So for the login, you might want to use these usernames, and for the passwords, you might want to use passwords. So it uses two separate lists and it iterates through them, and for each request it makes to the server, is going to pull in usernames item 1, password item 1, username item 2, password item 2. So that's the difference. Again, battering ram one list, pitchfork uses two lists. Now cluster bomb, this is pretty much all combinations from several lists. It's pretty much a granddaddy of them all, and as you can expect, this one takes the longest time, and I really actually don't like to use it that much. If you find yourself using this a lot, then you're probably not performing the right kind of attacks, because this is pretty much just throwing everything everywhere, and that isn't really the best kind of way to do it. It's not the most effective.